President Jacob Zuma and Mrs. Zuma arrive in Nice, France for the 25th Africa-France Summit. The summit was attended by 51 heads of states, which included representatives of the African Union, the European Union, the International Organization of the Francophone, and the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. The summit was an opportunity to highlight the need to strengthen relations between France and Africa by creating partnership based on shared interest and mutual trust. The heads of state agreed on the importance of multilateral system that is effective and representative of today's world based on a strong and reformed United Nations. In particular, they called for an urgent reform of the United Nations Security Council. President Nicolas Sarkozy announced France's intention on the occasion of its forthcoming G20 presidency to ensure greater representation of African states. France also undertook to train 12,000 African troops for the peacekeeping forces of the African Union and the United Nations over the 2010 to 2012 period. The heads of state underscored that the Copenhagen Accord on climate change marked the first step towards the conclusion of a comprehensive in Cancun at the end of 2010. They asked that all the member states commit to this accord and that all provisions be implemented as of this year. During the press conference, this is what the President Jacob Zuma said.
Our view is that developed countries should appreciate that times have changed. You cannot, because within this debate, there is a contradiction that people are saying in terms of governance, you need democratic principles, you need to agree, but at the same time, people say we need to uphold a right to veto any decision, no matter how many of the people have agreed on it.
France also announced the creation of an investors fund, the African Agriculture Fund, to support the development of agricultural projects in Africa and food distribution projects. This fund will initially raise $120 million, which could eventually reach $300 million. The heads of state and government of Africa and France agreed to meet every 3 years, alternatively in Africa and in France. The next summit will take place in Egypt.